Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Chainlink. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below. Really appreciate all the support that everyone's given us. It means a lot to us. Okay, so let's jump into the price action. So basically what we'll be looking for is I'm still favoring this idea of having a diagonal to finish here. We could invalidate this, but that only comes by moving back above this 9,470. So we'll have to keep an eye on this structure and see how it plays out from this point. But basically within this structure, it is very overlapping, and there is a way of counting it as a 5-wave move, and basically it would be as, I'm going to turn that on now. Basically what we'd be looking at is the potential that this is a bit busy, but we're going to go through it. So it would be looking at this potentially as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into this high point here. And then effectively what I would be thinking is going on now, looking at the structure, is the potential that we could actually look to form a zigzag, a flat correction here. So I am thinking that this is actually just a B wave that is actually coming up into this zone. So some interesting areas that we could look to target out would be the 7444. This would be a 1-to-1 of this, looking at this as a double zigzag to the upside here as this B wave. So it is potentially possible that we could look to complete up into this high point here at this 7440, but we've actually come into this box area that would satisfy this being a completed move already. So we need to see how this progresses. If we do continue to the upside, this 7444 area would be interesting, and alternatively some of these zones here, the 7468, 7583, and then finally we wouldn't really want to move past this 7780, otherwise it would invalidate this potential at that point, and we'd have to sort of reevaluate what the counters at that point. But for as long as we remain within this box area and we don't actually push past this 7780, it is possible that we could actually look for this rejection. So if this rejection comes and we are correct within this analysis, what we would be looking for is actually to see a 5-wave move to the downside play off of the back of this. So we'd want to come back down and we want to take this A wave low at this 653, and then basically look to potentially target out this lower green box area. So this zone would be interesting. The yellow box would be a typical C wave based off of this A wave position. So if we do actually move down here towards the 6343 to the 6080, that would indicate a completed flat correction to me, expanding flat correction. So it's a type of a shape within the Elliott wave, theory. So the typical zone of support though we'd be looking for is a bit more broad in its or a bit broader rather in its area. So that could be all the way from this 2656 to this 5741. So that could actually be a B wave location. So if we are looking to form this as a zigzag to the upside, effectively what I would want to see is this breakdown into this zone, and then actually look to push up one more time for a C wave leg. And potentially that C wave, depending where it lands, could look to move up towards this zone here. And if I bring this, let's go into that 618 common area. That could actually bring us up potentially into the zone of this 8168 area. So we'll have to monitor this as this goes, because if we do count this as a 5-wave move like this, it does have potential to actually become a bigger 5-wave move. So we just have to monitor how this plays out within the structure, but I would be expecting a move to the downside here. Okay, so that's looking at it as a 5-wave move. So there is another way of looking at this move, and basically that would be looking at it just purely as a corrective structure. I don't like this as much as I like the other count, but it is possible that you can argue that instead of having a 5-wave move here, that you have basically an ABC into here, then this is an X wave and then another C wave here. So A, B, and C to the upside, and then effectively this would be an X wave within here, which would mean that this would be an A, B, and a C wave to the upside. So if that's the case, we'd have to look at this. If this is going to be a WXY, what we'd want to see here is a 5-wave move. And the only way we can really make this a 5-wave move, if we come in here, is look at this as a 1, 2, potentially 3, 4, and 5. It is actually possible this 3 is over here. And basically what this would be looking at is making an ending diagonal pattern within the structure. And basically within this, we wouldn't want, I just want to fact check something quickly here. Wave 1 is longer than wave 3. Okay. So effectively within this move, this wave 5 cannot cross this 7418. If it does, then there's something else going on here. So this would invalidate this potential of looking at it as a zigzag here, and we'd have to start looking at the count slightly different. But for as long as we remain below the 7418, it is possible that this could be completed, and then we could actually look to break down from this location. So much the same. The thing is with this, as a WXY, it wouldn't really fit this this count for a diagonal, because we wouldn't really want to see this within this wave 2. So we'd have to just be aware that if we actually did that, there would probably be more inclined to believe this is a 1-2, and we're actually going to start to drop for a deeper third wave from this point. And yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. But basically, the structure here is indicating that either we are going to start extending out, and the 1-to-1 of this is the 7565. If we move to the 7565 area, that effectively would be the 1-to-1 of this W wave, and we would be completed into that zone. So we can move all the way into this up into this box area, but the furthest we'd really want to go, looking at this as an ABC with the 1-to-1 here, the furthest we want to go with this move really is this high point here of this 8327. So this is slightly out. Basically this 8307. Let me get it right on this low point. There we go. 8303. There we go. That's the number. 8303. If we move past this 8303, effectively that would then become a impulsive structure here, and we'd have to look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Potentially looking to play out. So for as long as we remain below this level though, we could be potentially looking for this as a Y wave to move up into this zone. Like I said, we wouldn't want to cross this, we basically wouldn't want to cross that be longer than this wave 3. So it could come up a little bit more, but I wouldn't really want to see that. So if this is the case, like I said, this would potentially complete, and then we'd look to break down from here. So much the same with the previous option. Effectively what we'd be looking for is actually a break down from this Y wave completion. If that was the case and this was a completed move, either we'd be looking to break this low point, but if we find support here between the 6303 to this 786 zone, we can potentially have a bigger structure here as an A, B, and a C to the upside. So it's much the same as with the previous option that we went over. One thing I want to talk about though is we have had a lot of extension lately, so I'm going to just plot out a potential one here. Now this is not validated yet, but basically what we could have here is, if much the same idea with the previous one, that if this is a diagonal here and we are looking to actually extend to the upside, we could look at this potentially as a 1-2-1-2. So if that's the case, what we'd be looking to do to move up to this 8311 for confirmation of this third wave. And that would then give us a bigger 5-wave move here. So what we'd be looking for is effectively this to be a 1-2, this is a 1-2, and then looking to break to the upside for that 3-4-5, which would form this wave 3. Then we'd look for an additional 4th wave and a 5th wave to the upside. So this is just something that can possibly play out. I don't think it's very likely, but if we do extend up here, effectively moving past this 8311 would make me look for an additional 4th wave, which just off of this target range, obviously the waves can develop further as they progress, but just off of this fib level, the target area for the 4th would then be this 791 to this 7446, and ultimately we could look to move up into this 5th wave area, depending on exactly where we land within this. So we'd have to give it a bit of time. There's nothing confirmed yet. What we'd want to see, like I said, is see this complete, find support here, not lose this low point of 6510, and then actually look to progress up in a bigger structure. I don't think this is not my primary count, and I don't think it's as likely as actually breaking down here, but we will have to see how the moves play out. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button. If you're new to Crypto Rosetta, why not hit that subscribe button? We really appreciate it. A like and a comment really helps with the algorithm. So if you want to show your support, please just hit that like button. Drop us a comment down below. Always happy to hear from you guys. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see each other in the next video.